Alright everyone, and welcome to another week of League Racing Highlights. And yeah, as always, if you want to see a particular race, timestamps are in the description. But yeah, let's get straight into our first race then, which is former Xbox round 16 of season 6. And yes, the Malaysia Grand Prix, and here we are then in qualifying on the medium tyres. Because even though the patch is actually out now for the tyre glitch, which is really great news, I have to say. This was actually a couple of weeks ago. I'm sort of a little bit behind on these, so yeah, it's still sort of ideal to qualify on the middle tyre here, but I'm so glad that, like, well, from the races that will be coming up in a couple of weeks, that this will be fixed, and I'm really looking forward to sort of like the rest of this game cycle now, because it's going to be a lot more interesting now, the 50% races, I think. But yeah, we're here then, round 16 of the season, only another 6 to go after this one, so I guess 7 in total really left. And yeah, it was at one point, it was looking like maybe we had an outside chance to the championship, but just in the last few races, well, the last two really, we just haven't picked up enough points really, and yeah, we've sort of slid out of contention, I think, at this point. It's looking like a 2-horse race now between RBZ and Luke, well, the two fastest, come to be able to say, in the league. But yeah, we have managed to sneak in some good results in there that sort of kept us sort of nearby for quite a while, but yeah, it just hasn't been enough overall really, and things just haven't worked out our way really, which is a shame. But yeah, it's been an alright season overall, I think. So yeah, we're coming to the end of our lap, then we'll see how we do here today. I'm going to go 13th for that time. Quite a few people did actually decide to qualify on the soft tyres because there was rain forecast looking at the monitor. I was at it, pole then from the new driver Liam, Commando in 3rd, Northern Dragon in 4th, and then 2 Toro Rossos on row 3. No teammate for me here this week, unfortunately. So yes, just us on our own then for Ferrari this week. But yeah, going to the grid then, and you can see session forecast, there's no rain, which is a bit odd because it said it would during qualifying. But yeah, also the tyre strategy first on the soft tyres at the start, which is definitely what we don't want if this is going to be a dry race. So we are going to change it now then to the medium tyres, and yeah, sort of just trying to work out really, because I was thinking sort of medium and then maybe a hard stint in the middle, and then maybe we could go to mediums in the end, because obviously a tyre wear will be better for us if we sort of use the tyre wear glitch exploit. So yeah, I was trying to work that one out here then, but then the timer runs out and we're on the soft tyres, getting ready to start the warm-up lap, and I was so disappointed at this point because I was thinking that is it. We've had it then, there's no chance of getting a good result here then if we're still on the soft tyres. But we go to the actual lights and we're on the medium tyres then as the lights are coming on, and away we go then into Malaysia, and it looks like we have been thrown a lifeline here then. But yeah, we got a good start then, getting alongside SRL Payne already then. It looks like we got a better start, and quite a few people put his Maestro's in the wall there. Luckily he goes to just in time. We're up the inside and into turn 1, and I think there's been another incident on the outside as well. And we're going to run the outside now, and for turn 2 we've lost, I think actually no, we're going to get a good drive here and get ourselves ahead of Payne, so we're up into 6th position then already then from 13th on the grid. And yeah, right behind Liam then already, Commando and Monster going side by side in the battle for 3rd already. Best already, like the two protagonists, RBZ and Luke, that 1st and 2nd in this race, and pulling away at the front. As I did actually check on the warm-up lap, and it did say that rain would be on the way in about 5 minutes, so that'll be interesting. But we line that Monster then into turn 1 at the beginning of lap 2, and we go through then, but he's staying there. What is now the inside line then for turn 2, so we take a nice wide line there, cut back for the apex, and we're going to get a good drive out of the corner now then. You can see all the way around turn 3 we're getting much better acceleration then, and we should be able to take his place then into turn 4, and through we go then. We managed to outbrake him. Side by side up in front of us, Liam and Commando, and they've taken each other out, and look at that, and we're straight up to 3rd position and up 10 places already in the space of just over a lap in this race, as we skip on to the beginning of lap 3 then. And Monster now trying to repass us then for that podium place. RBZ and Luke already pulling away at the front. Monster going to go round the outside then. We're going to try and do what we did last time, although he sort of blocks the apex that time, so we couldn't really do that. But we do manage to just drive around the outside and get a better drive that way. So yeah, either way it seems to have worked out for us then. We're up, well, we maintain our 3rd position for the time being then. So we skip to later on in the lap then into the penultimate corner, and we actually do a Perez there. And yeah, run wide, that's going to allow Monster to take the position for us then, and he is going to have DRS, I believe. Then I believe he was close enough to have picked that up, and indeed he has. We're going to tuck back into the slipstream though, because hopefully we can still get a good slipstream. My setups, I tend to run less aero, I think, than I actually have no idea if I do or not, but I do seem to always have decent straight line speed compared to other people. And yeah, we are going to get in the slipstream then of Monster and try and repass him into someone, even though he does have DRS. We're at the inside then into the first corner, and I think that's maybe a carbon copy of last time then, as he does block the inside line once again. And yeah, we just get a better drive going around the outside, and yeah, we take the position then up into third position. So yeah, turn 2 is working out quite well for us so far in this race. As on to lap 5, you can already see it's starting to rain then, and yeah, I'd take quite a risk here considering I was up in third position and I decided to come straight into the pits then. The rain only started falling on this lap, but obviously Malaysia is quite a long lap, and yeah, the rain could start coming down quite quickly here, and yeah, the conditions could be quite bad after not much time. So yeah, a bit of a risk here. Straight onto the intermediate tyres then, we'll see how this goes for us then. It does seem that we may have been one of the only people to actually pit on this lap. It looks like Commando is also doing the same, down in 12th position after that collision on lap 2. So yeah, out of the pits we come then, we'll see how this benefits us, if at all then, as yeah, well, you can see by the end of the next lap everyone is pitting now then for intermediate tyres. So we certainly went on to the right tyres, but I think we did just go a little bit too early there, because there's Sinan and Payne coming out of the pits in front of us. Monster looks like he's lost some time in the pits, and we're going side by side with him into turn 1. We're on the inside this time then, into turn 2, and we do force him out wide there a little bit, but I was at full lock, and in these conditions you can't really control the car too greatly. But we are through then and into P5, and yeah, we've got a few positions to make up then, having gone a little bit too early then with the tyres it seems. But we do line up Payne now then at the beginning of lap 10, and we're on the outside then for turn 1, and going round is outside then, and I was probably a little bit, well, I think I was way too cautious there, to be honest. I think I probably could have tried to slide up the inside into turn 2, but yeah, as I've said before, confidence in the wet is just not really that good at all, and yeah, I didn't want to just run into the side of him, whatever, possibly damage my car or his. And yeah, once again, no confidence on the brakes for turn 4, even though we were pretty close to him there. And yes, that's a chance gone then for us. Into turn 1 and on lap 12, we're at the inside then, and side by side once again, and we seem to have just been the case all through this race so far in these first few corners. We'll see if we can get a good drive out of turn 2 this time then. Looks like we have, but yeah, it looks like he may have had a slightly better run out of turn 3, and up towards turn 4 once again. Not enough confidence on the brakes, and it's quite frustrating really, because it does seem that we are a bit quicker, and Sinan has been able to actually pull away while I've been trying to pass him. And yeah, on to the next lap then, we do brake, and I was a little bit out of control there, but managed to slow it down, and once again just seems to carry more speed, and yeah, we cannot get through. So yeah, it's quite a frustrating part of the race, this one then, but you can see the track's getting drier. And in fact, by the end of the lap then, we were in the pit lane then for a change back onto the dry tyres. And plan for me here was to go onto the hard tyres until the end of the race, which, I mean, we started on the medium, so I think the tyre wear should be good enough that we can get them to the end of the race. If not, then we'll just put on soft tyres at the end and just drive as quickly as we can. But yeah, it does seem that that is what most people are doing here then. RBZ actually stayed up one more lap then, so I think that's going to actually cost him. In fact, SRL Payne has gone on to the soft tyres, so that is definitely going to cost him then. I don't think he's much of a threat for us for the rest of this race now then, because he will definitely have to make another pit stop. So yeah, we are in 4th place, and we were closing down Sinan then with a few laps to go, but he actually decided to bail and go into the pits for another set of soft tyres, and probably didn't want to risk a puncture. And in fact, it looks like the top 2 have actually done the same. Both of them are in the pit lane, and Luke did actually take the lead, because RBZ still up 1 lap too long on the inters. And in fact, here we are then. They're going to be a lot quicker than this, but we may briefly take the lead here. And in fact, no, we don't, because Luke is going to have the inside line for turn 1. But that's quite crucial really, because RBZ was faster than Luke, and we have managed to sort of get ourselves in between the two of them there. And that may hold up RBZ's progress. even though I don't really think we're in the sort of the fight for the race. But yeah, it could make the sort of the battle for the lead between the two quite interesting then. If I was there, it is a little bit on the back foot here. But yeah, going through the turns 5 and 6, and we just don't have the grip really on quite old hard tyres compared to brand new soft tyres. And yeah, I was there straight through then on the exit turn 6, then we outbrake ourselves into turn 7, and yeah, that's definitely done that one then. But we're miles clear of Monster, and I don't think Sinan's a threat now then with only a few laps to go. But yeah, on to the third to last lap then. In fact, 2 disconnections in 2 laps for Luke is going to lose him the lead of the race, and it's going to lose him, it looks like, second place to us. I was expecting him to sort of rejoin here quite quickly, so it's probably not going to stay this way, but we are for the time being going to take second place. And yeah, it was looking like an interesting battle for the lead, but I guess not now then. RBZ, I would say, looked a bit quicker here, but it wasn't looking like he was definitely going to take this one, as Luke has rejoined now then, so he'll be back onto us quite quickly here. And in fact onto the penultimate lap then, and into the final corner. He's going to dive up the inside then, going to give him the space. We're going to try and actually take a bit of a switchback here down the pit straight, see if we can sort of retake that one down towards turn 1. Even though Luke does have DRS, we do seem to have decent straight line speed, so we'll try and retake the place here then. He's covering the inside of the track. We tried to switch back to the inside, but yeah, he quickly shuts that one off, and yeah, I don't think there's much chance of us getting it done anyway. But yeah, he's thrown into second place, but a very good podium for us there, from 13th on the grid, it's third place here. And yeah, that was a decent result for us then, with RBZ taking the victory, Luke in second, and we were in third, Sinan in fourth, and Payne in fifth. So yeah, that's a very good result then for RBZ, who is, I believe, going to now take the lead in the championship with that result. You can see it's on the screen right now, and it is RBZ in the lead of the championship now then, with Luke, I think, 10 points behind. We're 83, I think, back now. So yeah, we're definitely out of this one then, but I think it's still maybe a battle on for third, with us, sort of Sinan and Casey. And yeah, that is it for this week's Formula Xbox. Moving on then to the Apollo League, and it's round 5 of the second season. And yeah, we're here at the Spanish Grand Prix then, and yeah, coming here off the back of a 5th place, I think it was, in Malaysia. Obviously Malaysia moved to earlier on in the calendar for this season, and then but before that we didn't even start the China race. So yeah, already a long squad to our name, but it is very close in the championship after the first 4 races, and it's Sinan who is currently leading the championship then, just by being the most consistent, because he hasn't taken a win yet, but that consistency has gotten the lead of the championship at this point. So yeah, if we can get a couple of good results here then, obviously we've got Monaco straight after this as well, we should hopefully be in a good place in the championship here. And only down in 10th place at this point though, but I think we can improve on that quite a bit. Spain is a track that I tend to do alright at, I think, and yeah, hopefully we can do so once again. We've got a little bit of traffic on this lap, but I don't think they're really close enough to be affecting us in any way. And I think that we should still be able to get a decent lap in. We're running about half a second up on our previous best time. I think this is sort of the best lap easily the best lap we do, because we sort of just hook it up. We made a couple of mistakes, I think, on the first 2 runs, but yeah, to the line then, we'll see how we do. We actually go up to 5th place there with that one, so yeah, quite happy with that one then. Frozen Gamers took pole, but I believe he cut the final chicane to do that, so he won't be qualifying in Monaco. James was second, Sinan third, CK in fourth, and we were alongside Feely then on the 3rd row of the grid. We've got lights coming on now then, and away we go then in Spain. And James was gone well before everyone else then, so that was a nice lag start there, maybe a little bit calmer for the fact that you could say he was robbed of pole. But yeah, Hickey's got a good start as well then into turn 1, and he's going to be through and past us then, and we're down to 7th. A little bit of contact there as well with Alex there going through the first chicane, but both get away with it. And yeah, we see CK running wide there in the Red Bull. That's going to have dropped him a few positions, and in fact Hickey's having a look as well. Philly's already gone past him. And yeah, we're under pressure, and also looking to try and get some place stuff in front of us as well here. Into turn 5 then, a little bit of a lag instant there, I think, as sort of caught out CK, Feely and Hickey there, and I think someone in a manor as well. Didn't see who that was, but yeah, we still ended up there in 7th place through all that. but it did allow Alex, I think, to gain a few positions there. I think that's what that was. I think Feely has front wing damage though, because he is going very slowly there through turn 3, and that's going to allow us to take the place off and then into turn 4 on the beginning of the second lap, and get up in 6th place at this point. But Feely's not done there then. Obviously didn't have much grip, it seemed, through turn 3, but yeah, I guess the rest of the lap isn't too bad actually. The less high speed anyway. And he's back up the inside then into the chicane, and I think we may just about to hold this, and we're on the inside line then for turn whatever number that is, and obviously that's another corner that really suffers if you got down front wing. On lap 5 then, got a very good run then with DRS on Alex there into turn 1, and through we go into 5th position. And yeah, DRS there, very powerful down that straight. I noticed that all through us very early, and on to lap 6 we go then. We're into the pits end, so as most other people I think here, and yeah, I'm not sure how many people stay out here. I know that my teammate stays out, and yeah, I can't remember who else. So yeah, out of the pits we can then. I think it's pretty much as it was in terms of us who all pitted there. And yeah, we're going to rejoin then in 8th place, so a few more cars still to pit then it seems. And yeah, we'll see how the rest of the race plays out then, how these medium tyres last for the rest of the race. And yeah, lining up Elusive Kev then at the beginning of lap 9. Once again, the DRS here is just so good. And yeah, caught me out a few times braking there for turn 1, gone a bit more wide than I'd have wanted to really, but we've got the place there. And yeah, someone else pits, and I think that may have been our teammate, so that's put up into 6th, and now we're battling with CK and Sinan here for 4th, make that 3rd because someone else has just pitted then, and it looks like we're going to go 3 wide then. CK in the middle of the track, Sinan on the outside, we're on the inside into turn 1, and it's getting so close. I don't know where anyone is. I know Sinan's gone off, but I'm not sure where CK was there. And on the inside line for turn 3, Sinan's out onto the green stuff I think, so CK, Alex is going to take 5th. We're up into 3rd place then, so that's worked out very well for us there. Started that lap in 6th, and we've yeah, ended up 3rd then after 3 corners. But yeah, on lap 14 we leave just about McLaren's width there for Sinan to drive through, and he goes through and into 3rd place then. And we'll see if we can get that one back then. Obviously the DRS is very strong around here, as I've said, so it could go right down to the wire, or I guess not, because he's lost it on the AstroTurf. And yep, through we go then into 3rd place, and got a nice little gap behind us then, so I don't think we're going to be under too much pressure here then for the rest of the race. And indeed, it is going to be 3rd place for us then, and it was, we actually closed down the two leaders quite a lot at the end there, because they were very, very tight on the tyres. So yeah, we closed it down quite a lot there at the end. I was hoping for a few punctures, but yeah, it didn't work out that way for us. James takes the win then with Frozen Gamer in 2nd. We're in 3rd then with Sinan in 4th, Hickey in 5th, Alex in 6th, Feely in 7th, and our teammate was in 8th position in the other Ferrari. Didn't see what the other positions were then, but yeah, CK in 9th and Callum in 10th then. Moving on then to the Monaco Grand Prix. As you can see, starting off then going provisionally fast at end, but carrying on then and going for another lap here then. And yeah, Monaco, one of my favourite tracks to drive. And yeah, if there's one track that I really want to do well at, it's usually this one, even though it often turns out to be a disaster. But yeah, honestly, this is one of the tracks where you can quite confidently say that is a wheeled track. Certainly Sector 3 is sort of the one that I've sort of termed as wheel land, but yeah, certainly the 3rd sector on this track is very much sort of in favour of the wheel. So even like compared to the AI, it's just insane really how much like more speed you can get through like Rascas particularly. But yeah, you can see it's like we pretty much hucked it up. I mean, we made a few slight mistakes actually, like through the New Val chicane there. And I think the final corner I didn't carry quite as much speed as I'd have liked to, as you're about to see. But yeah, I was so hooked up with this track, and when I'm hooked up around this track, I enjoy it so much. And yeah, right in the final corner there, we just take a little bit too much curve there, I think, which did hurt us a little bit. But yeah, to the line then, we are going to improve on the original provisional pole time that we had set there. But we get beaten to the pole by 7 thousandths of a second by James. And I was good at that because, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could have found a little bit more time, but like I know that I could have done everything I did there. I know that my lap was 100% clean, so yeah, I was really glad to have lost that pole position there. But yeah, we're on the front row of the grid then, so we've still got a very good chance here as the lights are coming on. And away we go then, in Monaco. And we don't get the best start there really, certainly compared to James. A little bit of wheel spin as well, then, so that's going to allow CK to maybe get alongside us, but not quite. And we do maintain our second position then, coming out of the first corner. And yeah, we'll have to see then how sort of things play out then. Just got to try and keep it clean here, try and put some pressure if we can on James, because I do believe that we are quicker than him. And yeah, we'll just have to see if we can pressure him into a mistake, or if we can get close enough to actually go for the pass at some point. But we skip on to lap 7 then. Still no chance to pass him yet, but Elusive Kev there crashed out of the race, I believe. And then it looks like Alex also does the same. So I was thinking at this point, quite likely for a safety car. And I was starting to think that the only way I'd be able to actually pass him would be, to jump him in the pits, either go longer or go shorter. And I'd make a split-second decision there to come into the pit lane, predicting a safety car, but it doesn't come out, as you see. Which whenever you try and predict the safety car, it just doesn't want to come out. And yeah, we are. I still feel like this could work though, because in the clear air we could possibly undercut him here. But yeah, the Ultra Softs do work very well here. Then there's not really much tire wear here, so it may well have been better to stay out. But as I said, I was trying to predict the safety car. But yeah, at the end of the next lap then. James actually does pit. I'm not sure if that was scheduled, if he's just covering us, but he does seem to have stayed out, managed to keep in front of us then, unfortunately. So I guess that little plan of ours didn't really work. But at the end of lap 10, we've got a great run on him here then, down the pit straight. I believe CK was just pitting then, and he covered the inside line, but we couldn't get through on the outside. So we'll have to try again somewhere, and we get a very good run then out of the final corner on the next lap with DRS then, and we'll see if we can get closer to make a move into turn 1 here. He's going to cover the inside line, so we tried to go to the outside, couldn't quite make it work, but we do get a very good run here then out of the first corner and up the hill now towards Massenet, and he is going to go defensive once again. We're going to try and run around the outside, brush the wall slightly, getting very close here. I couldn't quite lunge at the inside into Casino Square. Obviously remembering that CK got a penalty here last season for causing an incident there and ended up having the win taken off him, so I was very wary of that. But now we are lining up James then down the pit straight. And once again, he is going to go defensive, so we're going to go to the outside. We're a lot closer this time into turn 1. He squeezes into the wall, and that is our race over, as we were trying to make a pass for the lead. A reasonable pass for the lead as well, I thought. And yeah, it didn't work out, but CK takes the win. James, would you believe it, made a mistake literally half a lap later that allowed him to get through. And yeah, we're out the race then. James did get bumped down to about 5th, I think, with a penalty for that instant, but yep, it does not put the wheel back on our car, and that is another non-score for us then. But in the championship, just look at this, 13 points separate the top 9. This has been an incredible season so far, with no one just getting that consistency. But yeah, it really has been such a crazy season so far. We're 10 points off in 8th position at this point. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting season going forward. But yeah, that is it then for this week's Apollo. Last up for today then, the F1 League at Abu Dhabi. And yeah, this is the finale then of Season 4. And yeah, here we are then on our qualifying lap. And yeah, kind of happy really to see the back of this season. It's just been a lot of nothingness really. It's just been a very, very mediocre season for me really. I won the race, but it wasn't even like on the track. It was because of penalties. And yeah, overall it's just been a very forgettable season. Obviously we finished 2nd in Season 3, and yeah, as I said at the start of the season, obviously you finish 2nd one season, obviously the target for the next time, that has to be 1st, doesn't it? And obviously that hasn't really worked out, obviously, because well, at the start of the season we thought Cooper wasn't going to be racing, and then he was, and then he wasn't, and then he was again. So yeah, with that going on, and then just a few bad races for myself, also some misfortune. I haven't really had loads of bad luck in this league, to be fair. It has really been more sort of my own driving really that has sort of not been good enough, I think, most of the time. But yeah, we just haven't had enough good results, and yeah, even like if Cooper wasn't here, then we've not outscored Sinan, Casey or Maestro. this season. So yeah, really has been sort of a season to forget, really. Not what I was hoping for after season 3, but still, next season could be a lot better. I think it will be, actually. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm going to be moving to Haas, and I'll be teammates with Maestro, so that'll be very good. I hope we can actually go for the constructors. I believe we do have a shot at that. And yeah, we qualified last then in this race, 11th on the grid, and yeah, just didn't really have the pace around this track as Cupid on pole then. I think I predicted perhaps at the top of him, although there were penalties that was still to be added from Mexico. We saw him all second then, and Maestro in third. Only other person that could beat Cupid here was Casey, and he was 4th on the grid. Once again then, the strategy puts us on the softer side, which is what we don't want, but yeah, we'll be a bit more careful here to try and avoid what happened in Formula Xbox, just in case it does put us on the ultra softs when we don't want them. And yeah, I was trying to change the strategy here to sort of see what I wanted, but obviously really what I had to do really was just make sure I started on the super softs. The plan was to do a double super softs in this race and then go on to ultra softs at the end. I was thinking that would probably work, but we've got the lights coming on now then. And then we go then for the final time this season in the F1 League, and it's not been the best start from us then, as yeah, we're getting alongside Swagrid into turn 1, but CK's got round our outside then. He didn't set a time, and he's passed us then already then, and back down to 10th position. And yeah, side by side in front of us is CK and Crab into the chicane, and Crab is going to collide there with CK, and I believe CK did have some front wing damage from that. Crab actually cut the chicane there and gained a place over Warden, so I'm not sure how that one wasn't brought up at all by the game. I'm assuming it wasn't, because he's still ahead. But anyway, we're under pressure now then from Swagrid, and yeah, he's going to try and pass then into the chicane, and yeah, Warden actually outbreaks himself into that chicane, and we're side by side then still with Swagrid, and in fact we clout the curb and around the outside he goes then, so we're back down to 10th position once again. Warden now trying to get past us then, as yeah, this really hasn't been a good first lap for us then. We've been a little bit all over the place really, and into the next chicane, and he's actually tagged us there. We're out of control a little bit. Luckily there's a nice big run off at this track, and also recover, but we do get a warning for that, so I mean if it comes down to it then I may have to see about getting that one removed, but I don't think we will have to worry about it. Up the inside then we go on Crab, and yeah, we'll have to see if we can try and get past him here. Does seem to still be quite a bit of sort of like a little group here, but it does seem to sort of be splitting up a little bit here then, as onto lap 3 then, and we'll see if we can get close enough to top the inside. We actually come from a long way back there, wasn't quite close enough to actually go through that overtake, but yeah, we certainly thought about it there, because I do feel that I am faster than the McLaren at this point. And he doesn't get the best line through that corner, I don't think, so we're going to try and get a good run on him here. And into this right hander, you don't normally see overtaking here, but we're going to go for it up the inside, and I think we are through. He's still there, but we do manage to maintain our line, and we are through it into 8th position then. But really, getting to a battle was on this track, and it costs you so much time, as we can see here then. Swagger already put away from us as Crab is getting back alongside us, and with the DRS on the slipstream down that straight. And yeah, he runs wide then, so I think that's going to have compromised his drive coming down the straight, and I think we may just have got away with this then. But the virtual safety car does come out here then, and Sinan does pit during that time. I'm not sure why the virtual safety car did come out. I have a feeling that message that just came along the bottom of the screen may have explained it, but the there's a little bar on my head, so I think that's in the way of it, so I couldn't see what it said. But anyway, Sinan pits then, and we take a position. Then Swagger actually crashes out of the race on lap 6, so that puts us up into 6th position then at this point. And then a few more pit after that, and we've actually got Sinan already closing up to the back of us then, having already pitted in this race, and up the inside he goes, and through he goes into 4th position. And I believe Luke was one of the ones who pitted, and I think Maestro may have been the other one. Sinan actually got out of shape there, probably hit that curb coming out the chicane, and that's allowed us to get back alongside. And then we've got DRS, so looks like we are going to retake this position. And even though we are on very second-hand tyres at this point, and he is on fresh soft tyres, yeah, it's probably going to be hurting the race quite a bit here to be stuck behind us. But yeah, we'll see if we can hold on if we can. We're not even planning on pitting this lap. I was planning on going to lap 10 on this first set, but yeah, round into this hotel section then, He's all over the back of us then, but can't find a way past. In fact, scratch that, because he's going to go around the outside and into the left-hander, and through he goes then. And yeah, he's up into 4th position. As a few more, I think, pit in front of us. I think Commando has just pitted there. I think Casey might have as well. As a virtual safety car comes out just as we were going past the pit entrance, and that would have been perfect time for us. And I believe Commando, I think it's Commando, and also Casey there pitted under that virtual safety car, and that has helped them big time then in this race. And yeah, look at that, Casey and straight out in front of us, and in front of Sinan as well there. And we do pit then for our scheduled stop at the end of the lap, but yeah, that virtual safety car just gave so many people a chance to pit there who are sort of on a similar strategy to us then. And yeah, obviously he stayed up quite a few laps longer, I think, than most other people, so I think this is going to put us right down near the back of the field then, unfortunately, as we go on to another set of the super soft tyres. And out of the pits we come then. We're going to be down in 9th place, it looks like, with CK down in last position then, having had front wing damage already then in this race. So yeah, we're ahead of him then at least. But on to lap 13, there's contact there between Luke and Lion, and Lion's gone spinning out, and that has put us up into 8th position here then. On to lap 14, we see now Luke and Crab battling then for 6th position, going side by side into the chicane. Luke trying to switch back as Crab hops over the curb. They sort of met in the middle there, and I think Luke may well have damaged his front wing there. And we're going to try and pass Crab now then with the DRS, so that is 2 for the price of 1 then down that straight, and we're up into 6th position. So that was a little bit of a stroke of fortune there for us, but yeah, we've taken it and we're up into 6th place. On to all the way to lap 21 now, then not much happening other than a couple of people pitting again for their scheduled stops. One of them being Sinan, and once again he is all over the back of us then at the end of our stint, and is going to be looking to overtake us quite quickly here, because obviously he won't want to be held up again like last time. To the end of the second DRS straight, and he's right alongside us and into the chicane. We just about give him enough space there to get through, and that was a nice pass from there up into 4th place, quite reminiscent of Vesselon Button there, I thought, in 2012. And yeah, through he goes then, and into the pits we come for our final pit stop of the race then and the season, assuming all goes to plan. But yeah, we'll be on to the ultra soft tyres then, and looking to just push as much as we can, see if we can gain some places from wherever we come out. Maestro's gone through. It already looks like he may be a bit too far ahead of us, but it looks like Silent Mole is going to come out the pits then. We'll see sort of where we are relative to him now then, as we manoeuvre in this tight pit exit, and it does look like he is through then. But we are now on fresh ultra soft tyres, and I do believe they will last us comfortably to the end of the race. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be too long here before we are on the attack, and here we go then. Down the second DRS straight then, and he's going to go defensive then. He does move back across so to the race line, so we're going to dive up the inside then into the chicane, and he stays there on the outside. That becomes the inside, and then it becomes the outside again. No contact on my screen, but we do get very close there, and I do manage to take a position then up into 6th place. But I do think Maestro is too far up the road, and indeed he is. And yeah, a mediocre season, as I was saying. It's going to end with another mediocre result here. Just didn't have enough pace to really make these ultra soft tyres work as much as I would have wanted to. But yeah, across the line then in 6th position, and yeah, hopefully next season will be a lot better for us. I do plan on trying to do, I do think that, like, with the tyre glitch being fixed and everything, that I will have more motivation to sort of go for better results next season. So yeah, Casey actually wins the final race this season. Well done to him for that. Q4 takes the title, and then still proceeded to moan on Twitter and YouTube about it, the penalties and all that. But anyway, that is the final standings then on your screen. We were 5th in the end, and yeah, that is it for this week. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. See you next time. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.